All right. Well, it's a bit late, but fuck it. Is what it is. And I probably should watch my mouth when I start to stream. Well, it's a bit late. Oh god. All right. Hope all that worked out. Yeah, I just had a bit of a merge mess because I was rebasing on master to get the latest changes in. So today we want to continue working on the editor. I don't have a lot of time, but I don't want to leave it too long. So I want to make some progress. So let's remember what we were doing last time. We were organizing the internal so we can draw a cage, switch to another cage, draw that cage, and the data is there. And then we can switch to lines, and we can add a line. And obviously now there's no mechanism for drawing lines per se, but we can now switch between cages and lines here. This menu I probably want to speed up, make it more efficient somehow. I think I can switch back and forth here as well. All right, I guess it's maybe time to look at the line editing. So the line editing mechanism should be like the pen tool. The question for me is, do I need to re-implement the pen tool code? Of which there's a little bit, you know, a couple hundred lines, or can I hijack the pen tool? I don't think I can hijack the pen tool because the pen tool very specifically is designed around where the mouse is relative to the cell and when to draw the line and all that, while with a actual drawing tool we don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at how the line tool hijacks the mechanisms, right? And I think it's mostly through these. So it's still true. So the question is, how does the line tool disrupt the selection? And is it maybe through handle input down? I hope the merge went well. I don't expect anybody to show up for the stream today because Discord seems to be down, so I don't really have a good way of getting the word out to the puzzle community. I tweeted it, but I don't know. Actually, I should tweet it on my Sven Codes account as well. That's maybe the bare minimum I can do. Let's see. Maybe on SudokuPad as well. Although not many people are following there. All right. So, no idea when Discord will come back. They seem to have some serious issues. All right, so I think maybe the handle input down, the empty handler here, is what prevents selections from happening. So let's just implement those and see what happens, right? So here's the editor, handle input down. No, so that's not it. Handle tool enter, maybe we're disabling selections here. Oh. Are we? I don't think we are actually removing selections, I think. All right, so the selections are hidden mostly by literally hiding them. I could have just deselected at this point, but I am avoiding additional selections from happening. And I don't actually know how I did that. I think we're gonna have to actually look at the selection code in the mouse handling stuff. So handle input down. Especially for input position. Handle drag start. Handle drag start. Selection, continue. Is dragging true, is selecting true. So none of this stuff is kicking in, I'm guessing. Ah, handle drag start seems to disrupt this. So we're not handling handle drag start here. Okay, so handle drag start basically kills, or appears to be killing the standard selection mechanism. Well, let's find out. So it does avoid selection. So we can do two things here. We can update or upgrade our code here to make this return condition on the result value. Or we can handle the cage drawing without selection, which is probably what we want to do. All right, so section lines.render. Let's silence all that logging spam here a bit. Section cages, section lines. .render. All right, so we have handle drag start, handle drag move, and handle drag end in the tool editor. And is this good enough? To be honest, I'm a bit annoyed that the bind handlers function doesn't just return the object. We probably want to do obj. Then we can do this. And we don't. Problem is we still want actually to have this tool reference, right? I want to get rid of a level of indentation. Wait. So this works. This we don't need. And if I do this, these are extended because there are only one level deep. I'm probably better off treating this like a full-on instance, right? Actually, I don't know if I need tool in here. I don't think so. Yeah, actually I don't need it. Okay. All this for slightly less convoluted code, but probably harder to understand code, so this might actually not be a good idea. So we want to return this. We need how many braces? Let's count braces, right? We need to close that. We close that, and I think that's the end of the function. And we don't even need to execute it like this. We can just do it straight up like that. Right? I think that still works. Group. All right. So now we can get rid of some of these other logging items here. And line add. Just gonna hide these all for now. I think they're pretty reliable now. Handle tool enter. We don't need that anymore. Get GUI section lines. Get UI element. And then tool editor gets section. Change section. And almost done with the logging spam. We can get rid of this one as well. And the tool initializations here. Section lines. All right, let's see. Discord is still missing an action. Restart client. I could try that actually. Although I think this problem is slightly more serious. This was in February. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. All right. Handle drag start, handle drag move. And here we're doing all the stuff to figure out where we are. And then add center line RC and add edge draw line hint. So draw line hint is what draws our line. Okay, so I think what we don't have is the highlighting. I think in the OG CtC editor, it was doing a little hover effect. So if I go to lines, I create a line. Yeah, you see that little yellow circle? I do kind of like it. I'm actually curious if something like that would work. Interesting. It probably would get cut off in my app actually. I'm not sure. All right, so let's see if we can generate something like that, because handle drag move doesn't fire, right? So handle drag start, input down, handle input move, handle drag move, input check input, handle drag move. Now handle drag move will not be kicking in if we're not dragging, right? I think we're just gonna have to handle our own input move handling here. Yeah. The question is, do I want to leave that up to the individual tools? So, or the individual section. Does it make sense to always highlight? I don't think it would be too distracting. I think it would be okay. Let's just do that for now. So, handle tool enter. Add handler. Touch handle input move. Handle input down seems to be forwarded to the handler input down. So let's see why input down move isn't. Input down, input up. Handle input, handle drag move, Handle input move. So I guess we just didn't want to do that because it happens so often, maybe. If we were to do this without this. Hey guys. My stream is very quiet today because Discord just went down, so I couldn't tell anybody that I'm streaming. No, I don't think so. But obviously it's recorded, so don't say anything naughty. So handle input. Oh, I'm not outputting anything here. Toby was thirsty. Did you manage to get the salmon? Alright, so this does not fire. Does this fire? Yeah, that fires. Handle. Tool, handle, input, move. Capital M. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, alright. We do not want to use Warren for this. Because... Hey, Pooch. How are you? How was your walk? You'll take care of your paw? Boy. Alright, so we have a input move event handler. So let's see how hard it would be to calculate our position relative to our so we can do this in here. Probably do this as well. And then target RC. That should give us the line, the row column information of where the mouse is. Sweet. Okay. So then we don't actually want to round it. And RC round, let's see, RC is, where's RC? This is in script, right? Or in utilities. I always forget. RC. Will you talk to me? Right now? Yeah, why? What do you mean by that? Like you're cleaning it right now, no? What? 1 second, let me... All right, where's the RC object? Cell, grid, replay, timer, checking it out. Let's just do this, right? So it's not in here. It's in utilities. RC. I always forget where it is. It is here. Well, I missed it. All right, so RC round just floors that. All right, so if I want to do a lesser round of it, R equals. So let's see if we do it by fives. Cell subdivisions. Right. I do the same thing for C. Now, these should be like that. And what is the easiest way of rendering an element that we're going to move around? I want to erase and redraw it each time. So in the SVG, we could either add it as a layer, or we can either add our own custom layer, or we could use one of the existing layers and just hijack it. Then it might interfere with other things in it. Ideally, we want like a layer on top of everything. An overlay is not on top of everything. On the other hand, it's not a super vital item, so... Alright, let's just create an element. What's the render? Dot. Render cage, right? So we have render cage, but we also have low-level stuff, such as render part. And in fact, here we use this. I'm pretty sure we use this. Draw line hint, render pen, draw line hint, render pen. So render pen, I believe, yeah, it does all the calculations of figuring out which thing to render. So what do we do here? We're rendering it, and then we're just modifying the stroke. All right, but in reality, we can do something like this. So when we're entering the tool, we're going to use the SVG renderer to render something. Yeah, that's what we were just looking up, wasn't it? All right, one sec. So, I want to do a render part. I want to do this. Let's just do it overlay for now. The class name. Class name. Render pen. I don't think we're passing class name in here. We'll probably need it though. No, attributes, that's the thing that matters. That's where all the magic happens. Let's just set this up. Broke. I don't know. Can actually probably have to just evil. I'll just do this. All right. Need a color. Any color. Any color. There we go. Can I not grab that? Seriously. I'm gonna have to save this stupid thing. Gotta work around all the little chrome bugs, but finally can take that color. That's all I wanted. All I wanted was this little color. So, it goes here. And I'm just gonna stick that in there for debugging purposes. Right. All right. So I guess there's a path element which should live here. Except it doesn't. So render part, is that not enough? Target cell dash pen. Cell pen over target overlay type path attributes. And then render part should do all this stuff. So we have the path here, but it's not attached. And target overlay does not seem to work. Underlay maybe? One second, let me get rid of the log spam. All right, this part is not attaching correctly. What's going wrong? What's going wrong? I remembered having trouble with render part before. I don't remember what I did to fix it. Render pen. What if I log this out? So I go here, do this, we get something like this. Class name undefined, target cell pen, type path, and these elements, right? And here, if I do render part, this stuff, it should look similar. So attributes look like this. And here attributes look like this. We have a D with some numbers in there. They look fine. Fill, stroke, all that stuff. Target overlay, target type path. Oh, and now we have it. What the hell? Didn't change anything. Wait, what? There's handle tool and enter. Are we clearing something after this? Maybe we are. Right, fly. And does it end up in the overlay? Looks like it. So I can only assume it was put in the overlay and then removed again. Oh, wait, if I refresh here and it's okay, interesting. So the handle tool enter might be happening so early that the puzzle gets reset afterwards. All right, well, no biggie. No biggie. We don't actually want well, a little circles, I think, would be nice, right? So render part, render, I don't want this anymore. Render cage there. We actually have, do we have different paths for the circles? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. That's just lines. 5. Are these the times 2? Didn't I? Are these accurate? 1 second. Back move. Render pen. Create line marker, render pen. Is render pen all we need? I think so. So these are all the different pen elements. So I'm guessing this is the circle. Huh. Looks pretty straightforward. And the A is what? B, A, B. Oh, okay, these are different sizes. A times 2, A times 2. And then this is probably used for the small crosses. Yeah. Okay. So that's a circle. Good to know. I should probably put that somewhere so I can reuse it. Hey, Mark. Yeah, dinner here soon as well. To be honest, I'm gonna prototype it with just literally a drawing tool, and then I'll see if I can do some automatic reduction where it's just like you draw a smooth line and then it basically creates straight segments from the nearest fifth of a cell, basically. But what I want to do right now is I just want to highlight the anchor points where each line segment can attach to, and for that I want a little marker like this. And this is probably going to be maybe 0.1. We'll change this to R for radius. Although I think this might not be R, I think this might be D for diameter. But we'll find out. And instead of this, I'm gonna do this, because I believe... we're actually prefixing the place where this goes. Something like 1.5 and 2.5. Something like that. Let's bring this back a little. Oh. Let is whatever. Wait, what did I break? 300. Something like that. Hey, there you go. Probably want it to be fairly thin. Alright, maybe not that thin. Okay. So, I'm just gonna hack this in quickly. This needs to be cleaned up, and I haven't quite thought about yet how and where. So this is going to go into this dot marker. And then the problem is to move it around. Do I want to use transforms, or do I want to change the path data? I probably want this. I'm starting to think. So the path is this, and this is basically just hard-coded, right? 6.4. Yeah. And then does the path have an XY? I guess we can just find out, right? Something like that. We can even edit it in here, don't I? X200. So I don't think paths have an XY. I don't know if we can just move them around as a whole thing. I mean, I could put them inside a G. Path. I don't think path has an X and Y. SVG path move. So I would use a transform translate. All right. All right, let's try this then. We have this this dot marker. The marker is it's just the path tag, the path element. Right? So yeah. So we should be able to just do this dot and then set attribute, I guess. Temp1 dot set attribute transform translate 100 100. That? Yep. All right. The only thing is this is in cell coordinates, so we need to multiply them by cell sizes. So marker dot set attribute transform translate, and then here we'll do I think we need column first in this case. Something like those along these lines. That should do the trick, right? Yeah. Look at that. It lags behind the cursor a little, which is kind of unavoidable. But it's basically this. Now he has 1, 2, 3. So it's the here, then here, then here. Do I have one more? How many subdivisions? 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4 subdivisions. Oh, wait a second. They're not even. They're not evenly divided. There's a... So by having 5 sub... Okay. So we actually want to divide it by 4. Yeah, so you can place it in the middle and along the edges. And then maybe we'll have an option for disabling that so you can have... Or maybe high res mode with double the subdivisions or something. All right, so then the idea would be you click and you drag and it makes a line. So that code we're gonna borrow from toolpen again. So handle drag start pause. So handle input move, handle drag start. Yeah, so inside handle drag start, we'll do this. Ref RC. Cell. We even need cell here. I don't think we do. Oops. And I don't think we need pref RC here either. Ah, because here I'm not letting you drag inside the... Yeah, but we actually want to be able to to draw outside the board. And that's something we need to actually adjust so we have a larger size outside the board to draw in on. It's gonna get a little funky. Now pref RC here isn't being used either. All of this needs updating and cleaning up. But maybe now maybe I can create a more focused sort of drawing sub thing that we then can backport into the pen tool as well. So line dragging is false here. Why is line dragging false? Why are we setting it to false and then we're deleting it? That doesn't make any sense. That's weird. All right. So render section is probably... Yeah, let's not actually do this here. So we have these. We're going to the big leagues now. We're doing things properly. Handle input move. So the handle input move, we only really needed it to move the marker. Where's handle input move? Input down, input up, input move. Drag start, drag move. Input down, up, move. What's the order? My brain wants it to... So it's down, move, up. So the move should be below down. So down, move, up. And then under drag move, we'll check if we've passed our standard threshold for movement. Then we calculate our target positions and all that stuff, which we did here. And we probably want to put this into a function. So we'll probably want to have a little helper function. Get draw RC. I'll just do something like that. Basically just put that in here. And oops. So we can then do this dot get draw RC app dot input pass. And that does take care of all of that stuff. And we can do the same thing for drag move. Right? Now this draw line hint, currently it uses the line part. Okay, so all right, so it caches it basically and then just updates. So here it actually updates the D attribute. Fair enough. Fair enough. So we want to then collect multiple data points and then just render them as a singular marker. And we can do the same thing as here. So we can say, we can just do this dot draw. Actually, we want to collect the points, right? And I think that's what happens over here, more or less. By the way, how did you find out about the stream? Maybe from YouTube? Because, well, Discord is down and I can't send any messages. My brain is slowing down, so I'm not doing the things I'm supposed to be doing here. So we gotta drag start, right? Let's just do that. This dot line points equals empty array. And then here we'll do if let last point equals this dot probably want to do this actually. Right. Last point equals this dot line points. This dot. Let's pull it out. Whoops. So much boilerplate. If target RC dot R. Wait, I think we have an RC thing for that. If I can find my RC thing again. Here we go. So if RC dot is equal target RC comma last points point not this dot last point dot push target RC. I'm just gonna log it out and see what happens. Make sure this is all sane still. Ooh, broke something. 37637. Spare brace here. Missing brace. App not defined. Excuse me. Where's app not defined? Probably in this get RC. Yeah. And that basically keeps putting these points onto the list. And then we just render this line. Draw or render path. Right, and then we'll just, every time we add a point, we'll do this dot render path, and then this dot render path, we do if this dot path part equals undefined, this dot path part equals, and we'll just do something similar to this thing here. Whoops. So for now, I'm just gonna make it a little bit big-ish and make it, I don't know, something like that. And just like that, I guess. And it's gonna plunk all of this in here. No point having all this stuff here going on. Now I'm just gonna plunk that over here. And I think that's it. I think that's it. And then let path part equals this. Could also do this, and then what was this? Something like that. I don't know if that makes more sense. And then we want to update. Well, first of all, let's make sure we're actually in the right place. I need to stop using warnings. I don't need the stack traces here. That's why. All right. And then we should be able to, just like what we did here, just update the path data with this thing here. Oh, what's this true thing going on here? Is that something we should worry about? Did I close the page I had open? Let's have a quick look. Name value. don't think that's accurate. Huh. Because I think there's another version with the third argument. Yeah. Can I just find, like, pick one? It doesn't have any types or anything. I don't know this document. This reference is slightly different than the normal one. Like this one, you see? Web APIs. SVG. SVG. E? SVG element, yeah. So I'm guessing there'll be a slightly different... Also inherits document and element event handlers, global event handlers, SVG element instance. Oh. Wait, that's not freaking useful. I just have a feeling that set attribute here has... Anyway, it has a third argument, which I'm using here, and I'm a bit worried that maybe that's... Wait, no. No, that's not... I'm an idiot. Okay, never mind. Just waste everybody's time. That argument is not a third argument. It's part of our path data here. All right, so... Render path. So we should be able to this dot path part... set attribute path. So this one is this dot line points. And we can probably do path part and line points here. RC to array. And let's see. Hey, look at that. People will come up with the craziest of arrows and lines. And I can probably smooth it out a little, but I'm not sure if I want to. Eee! Sorry, it makes me happy. So what if we do it like this? Yeah, it's one difference. All right. I want to make a GIF of this. I'm gonna make a GIF of this. I'm just gonna scribble. No, not an image. Oop. Oh. Why does it rescale it like this? Whoa. Whoa. What am I doing there that causes this rescale? What if I'm on cages? Ah? Something about the... Oh, because I'm drawing outside and then it's a bigger image and then... Or something, I don't know. What the hell, man? I don't know what's going on here. Oh, wow. Look at that. I think it's because it's creating line segments outside of the SVG, and then the scaler kind of goes bonkers trying to fit them all on. Wait. It's probably because, yeah, because the little yellow dot goes off grid and then the scaler rescaled it for that element because, oh man. So I forgot that the SVG actually does collect that data even though it's off the screen. Yeah, that's actually interesting. I gotta keep that in mind. And just can just make it a specific 960 60. You just do that. Oh, that's too big. I think 640 by 640. Yeah, 640. Here we go. I think that's a reasonable size. Like this. And I think I want it smooth. Smooth as I can make it. I should... Am I not allowing... Yeah, wait a second. Before I record this. Am I not allowing diagonals somehow? How am I even doing that? One sec. How does that work? What kind of path data does it generate here? Wait a second, does this create absolute? I mean, this is clearly diagonal, right? Let's make it rougher so it becomes more obvious what happens. Like, sometimes it does... Does it round preferentially to these points, even though... Like, at some point it will round to this instead of this. Huh. How would I avoid that? Maybe instead of using round, using floor. Because I'm guessing round will get kind of the nearest point. Like, why won't it come here? I think up here would be 0, 0 on the mouse, right? And then as we go across, one sec, let me just... So here, we're at 0, 0. Then in this cell, we're at 1, 1. Two, 3. Row 2, column 3. Row 2, column 4. Row 3, column 4. So there's like a point where we're very close to all the other ones. Maybe the yellow guy will show it off better. So as I cross the line, it jumps over. But it's very hard to jump to there. I'm trying to get my mind around this. Is this because I'm rounding differently? So if I go back to rounding instead of flooring, I hope I don't have to do something fancy like finding the closest point by a distance. Because, you see, the problem is, right, while I'm in the middle of the cell, any one of those 4 will be the closest. And unless I exactly pass over that point, like, this cell, there's like, imagine this cell is divided into triangles. Like this, and like this, and like this. And each triangle is... or actually the triangles are... They're squares, quarters, right? And in the center point, I can move into the 4 quarters without effort. And the only way for me to get a diagonal line from here to here is to pass through the center without ever passing through either of these squares. A ranks. So to me, it is not at all obvious how it could or should be. Like, how do I know when I want a diagonal line rather than a square line? Unless we add another point in the middle. But then we have the same problem again, right? Unless we have 5 points and no points on the edges. And then scale that to different square sizes. So how do I let a user drag a diagonal line like that? I guess one of the ways of doing that would be to record the line at higher resolution and then reduce it to the lower resolution version. Like take multiple points and take an average of all the points that are closest to a point, right? Or something like that. This doesn't seem super trivial, actually. I mean, obviously, my brain is kind of struggling with this right now, though, because if I have, let's say, I don't subdivide the cells, right? Like I have quote-unquote infinite resolution, I would still have the same problem, just now on a pixel basis, right? So it would always pick, it will never pick a diagonal pixel. Unless, I mean, because a Bresenham algorithm, for example, specifically does pick the diagonals, right? I want to be able to pass through the center of the cell without it picking these. Like that. But without having to pass through a very narrow corridor. I think what I need to do is, I can't just add this to the line, right? I only add a point to a line when we're relatively close to it as we're passing through it. So as we're passing through it, we never pass close to this, and eventually we get close enough to this. So we don't want to add a point to the line if we're a certain distance from it. So handle, drag, move. This is where we're adding points to the line, right? And then the same way we have RC equals, we should have an RC, RC. Where's our? All right, I'll finish off. We have RC distance, I'm sure, right? So I gotta finish off. So let me just solve this, and then we can all have lunch, I believe. And we want to compare it to app.input position, I believe. Actually, app.input position, is that even in RC format? No, it's not. So we need to convert it like that. And what did we get? Class is not defined. Do this. We have a distance target. Why does the distance not render anything here? So 2, 6. My brain isn't quite catching up why this here doesn't render anything. 373, right? This is... Oh, wait, this is not from here. Here's 373. Oh, it's not 373. Ah, okay, that's why. That spam was not from that function. So basically we have to say only if the distance is smaller than yada yada, right? If RCDist is smaller than 0.2, let's say, only then do we do the thing. And that should fix it. Now we can do this, and only as we approach the dot. Similar to the pen tool, really. Alright. And what we probably want to do, similar to the pen tool as well, we'll have like a guide that reacts earlier, but then adjusts, and we don't add it permanently to the line. Yeah, and now obviously we'd have to reduce that by that. This would have to be relative to the division, the cell divisions. Yeah. It is a little awkward to get close to the thing, to know when you're close to that, to the next dot, right? I wonder if the method of the CtC editor of actually just clicking them in is not too bad after all. I don't know, I like the idea of dragging. But you see here I can drag, and only when I release does it actually add the point. It doesn't just like... Which lets you control things a bit. Maybe freehand drawing is not a tool that people actually want. Maybe they want click, 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 click. And not drag it. Because then it's actually harder to make a straight line and all that stuff. Alright, I think I will go to the click draw method. So click, and then as you're moving the mouse, it'll give you a guide of what the line would look like. So it creates a temporary line between the cursor and then you click again to actually place the point. And then that way you can, you know, draw a proper arrow that needs to go like this, let's say, and then diagonally down, and then down like this without getting all squiggly in the middle. All right. A lot of this code is super repetitive from the pen tool, but it's also code that I probably need for other things in the future. So I'm actually quite keen to clean it up and pull it out and make it like a separate little module. Because in the future there's more draggy, line drawy stuff I'd like to support in the app and in the editor. So I think that code will come in handy and will be usable for other things. So I haven't really added or finished a feature today, but at least we got a line on the screen that we can look at, and that's you know, that's a start. And we have the little yellow circle. I don't know yet if we need that. And to be honest, it's not super visible, so this yellow circle might need some revision. Above the edges, yeah. I think it's not even... It's not vertically... Yeah, it's not centered on the line somehow. How's that even possible? Huh. It's like slightly off-center relative to the grid lines. Alright. I think mine should be centered, yeah. Alright, anyway, made some progress. Oh, by the way, Bremster encouraged me, and I actually got a local version of Qt running on my local machine on using Postgre and Redis and a couple other tools. And you can actually sign up and create accounts and stuff like that. And it's basically a tool similar to tinyurl. So I'm actually considering setting it up on my server with tinypuz.com, so anybody can create links. Because obviously, it would be nice to actually have a bit of control of the links, so in the future we can, you know, update the links and fix them and edit them, you know, and have a directory of them and all that sort of thing. And then, you know, links by different creators and all this sort of stuff. And then people don't have to worry about the different tools and all that. And the link URL might just work natively, right? So since I have access to that data, you might just use the tiny link as an ID to a puzzle, and it would never actually show the full URL if you don't want to, you know, that kind of thing. All right, that's it for today. Time to have some lunch. I'll try to get started early tomorrow because I'd like to continue this. I don't want to have too long of a break on something bigger like the editor tool, because then it's very easy to fall out of the rhythm and forget what code you're working on, all that stuff. And yesterday I did a bunch of extra things. Thanks for the ideas, ranks. What did we do yesterday? Ah, yeah, large puzzle support we did. And we did something else. Large puzzle support. Actually, let's look at the history. So it should be in here. We did oh yeah, the CT importing CtC data through the URL. Links and dialogues. Support links. Ah, the support links, yeah. I worded that badly. And fix some things for the F puzzle import, yeah, for the larger puzzles. Okay, that's what we did yesterday. All right. That's it for today. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Pity we don't overlap with US time zones more easily. The last 2 days I got up way too early and got to bed way too late, and I notice it. I find it. My brain is just too slow at the moment, so I need to get some sleep. Thanks for hanging out. Take care. Check out the usual stuff. Patreon.svencodes.com. Subscribe. Do all the fun stuff. Appreciate it. Take care, and see you in the next one. Bye bye. And straight.